So, Babajide,
yes,
tell us a little bit about your research in bioenergy, and more importantly, what opportunities will it generate for young people in Africa?
Okay, so I'll tell you how it even started.
Okay.
So my PhD wasn't related to bioenergy at all. My PhD was more of environmental pollution, because I was looking at arsenic. I don't know if you've heard of arsenic. Arsenic is a poison. I think most people, so most people know arsenic as that poison that kings used in the past. Right? So it's commonly called the poison of kings and the king of poisons. And the reason why it's called the poison of kings and the king of poisons is because in the past, I'm talking about 15th centuries and so on, princes that would become potential kings would use arsenic to poison other princes that are probably heir to the throne. And the reason why arsenic was just the perfect poison is because when it mixes with water, it totally dissolves. You would never be able to trace it. No smell, no trace, nothing. The only time you would know it's there is if you carry out some chemical reactions. But
they were not there then.
Exactly. So, but they would just be wondering, like, how does, like, what's in the food?
It was good.
What did they have no clue. So it was the king of poisons, right? And the poison of kings. So I was working on it, and I was looking at how arsenic was naturally released into drinking aquifers. And that's because microorganisms are responsible for the release of arsenic into aquifers. So imagine that you drink water from your well and it's got arsenic in it. So, and nothing is not human caused. It's natural. Microbes are just down there doing their business. So that was what I did.
So arsenic is the extract for their own natural reaction to other things.
Oh no, arsenic is naturally existing in rocks. So you find it on the ground. It's just there. The problem is arsenic is often found alongside iron. So it's got a high affinity for that. So microbes down there need iron because it's an essential element for growth, and even more, we need iron, Fe. Now, when you consume, now as they try to utilize the iron, they get the arsenic into their system accidentally. Now, when it gets into the system, now in that form, arsenic is in its solid form. But by the time they ingest it, and it's now inside them, and they say, oh, wait a minute, we've got the iron, but we've also got a substance here.
We don't want.
It's a poison. It's a poison. Then they quickly ring bell. Bang, 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 bang. Poison in the house. Poison in the house. And everyone begins to run, trying to get rid of the poison. Eventually, they convert it into an aqueous form that sends it out of the system. So because it is now in an aqueous form, when it gets out of the system, it just dissolves in water. Exactly. So that's the process. What I just explained to you is more complex than
of course. That is the beauty of science. You have just talked about a little bit about the chemistry of arsenic.
Exactly.
That is the beauty of science. See, go on. Yeah.
So, well, that was my PhD. But when I got back, I discovered that Nigeria didn't really have an arsenic problem per se. So it wasn't something I was going to go on to continue to do if I wanted to be relevant. Arsenic was more of a problem in Asia than it is in Africa. So I started looking at what else can I do that is really an issue that I can help to profile real developmental change to my community.
Good.
And so the first thing I noticed was waste. Waste was just all over the place.
Yeah.
And especially in Lagos,
yes,
you have waste everywhere.
My hometown too.
The road, by the side of the road, waste is just everywhere. And I'm like, there should be something we can do with this waste. And to make it worse, Lagos is the most populated state in Nigeria, has got a population of about 30 million people. Yeah. That's the size of probably Ghana, right? And that's a state. And to make this more interesting, is the smallest state in Nigeria in terms of size.
Yes.
So you have the highest number of people living in the tiniest piece of land.
Yeah.
Now, these people, they are going to produce waste, solid waste, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And so the government of the state started dealing with real problems managing this waste. As a matter of fact, they spend 3 billion annually to manage the waste. So when I say manage, what do they actually do? They take the waste and find a landfill to dump it.
Yeah.
Imagine a landfill in a state that has no land.
Exactly.
Right? So that's the first way to make you know there is a problem here. Yeah. Now, the landfills that we've got, they are the largest in West Africa. They are massive. And the worst part of all is a landfill takes about 15 years maximum before you decommission. So the biggest landfill we have in Lagos that has been serving us successfully should be decommissioned by 2025. So we don't have time.
Wow.
Now, when you decommission that one, they will start running a rat race to probably find another piece of land in a state that you have no land. So that's when I realized that the answer is not to keep looking at waste as waste, but to see waste as a resource.
Very good.
So you are to utilize the waste, not look for a place to dump it.
Yeah.
You are to use it because it's a natural resource.
Yeah.
And that's what led me to bioenergy, converting the organic part of the waste, because some organizations already use the inorganic part like plastic.
Oh, very metals, good. Very good.
They don't, yes, they already do. But they dump the organic part that smells, and you know, and all of that, the food waste and all that. So they don't know what to do with that, so they just dump it, and it still smells. It's still nuisance to the environment and to us all.
Yeah, and then you start smell the area will smell so badly.
Exactly. Yes, because it's going to decay.
Yeah,
it's going to decay and then smell. So, but that's the part that I need to generate biogas.
Very good.
What exactly is biogas? Biogas is gas that is generated from organic waste in the absence of oxygen. That's almost like fermentation of fats. You remove, so when you break it down, you release gas, and that gas is primarily a combination of methane and CO2.
Okay. Now you're getting into something else that is interesting. So let's see how you manage that. Okay,
so now you have methane and CO2, right, in that gas. So what makes this renewable and green is that I can capture it and utilize it as cooking gas, rather than dump it in a landfill and then it releases into the environment, adding up to the polluted atmosphere, warming the environment more. As we know, methane is even worse than CO2. It's a more dangerous greenhouse gas than CO2. And then you now have the two of them released from landfills, right? And so that is even a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
I must also add that in Lagos, about a month ago, one of the landfills just exploded.
Ooh.
It exploded. Yeah. And that's as a result of accumulated biogas. You know, it was accumulating and flammable, and eventually poof. Yes, it did. And so what I'm trying to do here is to find a way of taking this waste fresh, putting it in a biogas plant, extracting the gas, compressing it into canisters, and selling it as cooking gas. That is the future.
Okay, so how is it going right now?
Okay, so right now, I mean, I'm really excited to tell you that I was somewhere sharing this passionately when one person who was listening to me, and I didn't even know he was, a top CEO of an oil and gas company here in Nigeria. He heard, and after the entire talk, he just gave me a phone call and said, yeah, so I heard your talk, and I'm really convinced that this is something that we need right now. I'm interested in investing. So I am happy to inform you that I have an investor, and we have officially, it's quite interesting because this time last year, it was just an idea. And right now, as I talk to you, it's now a business.
Congratulations.
It's now a business.
Congratulations.
And so we have registered the business with the CAC here in Nigeria. And now we are in contact with the company that will design the biogas plant.
Good.
We want to know how much it's going to cost because we want to do this in commercial scale.
Yes.
So one of the challenges is that it's capital intensive. But the good news is I have a big fish in the house.
Yes.
I already have a big fish.
Wow. Congratulations.
Super interested. So I hope this goes well. But we are making moves on it already.
Babajide, see, we have a lot of sources of biogas in the country. Our country is 200 million people strong. Okay, and to my the estimate in my mind, the 200 million people who eat every day, okay,
exactly,
and throw away all the rubbish they didn't eat, okay,
exactly,
and they will do it every day for the rest of their life, okay. So
at least 2 times a day.
Yes. So you have enough of raw materials for your company. Congrats.
Exactly.